Welcome to Channel Devonity, the only show where a bunch of less than desirables drink copious amounts of cider and play Dungeons and Dragons. Hooah! Yeah. Yeah. And I'm a Pikachu master, and I choose you to be my Dungeons and Dragons players for this evening.
That was awful,
wasn't it?
Feel ashamed.
I can't wait for every weeb to just beat the shit.
Yeah.
He's getting Pokemon wrong! He's doing it wrong!
How'd you say it? What is
We'd
it?
be a Pokemon master.
You're not a fucking Pikachu master.
But I want to be a Pikachu master. I don't want to be.
I don't want to know what you want to do as a Pikachu
Fuck all the other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Bondage Pikachu.
Screw those guys.
Anyway, how are you? Doing good? Doing well?
Good.
Yeah.
Took a short holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a nice time?
Yeah, the surface of the sun is great this time.
It is.
I've heard good stories about it.
You look,
Turns out the ozone
sun-kissed.
layer is actually really good for you.
They don't teach you these things in school.
No. I'm liking the new look. It's we're trying to go more Hollywood. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
We've got a lovely new lighting system here
when,
to capture everything.
when
We've
Chris
been
said,
testing it.
you're going to wait to look crisp on this, I didn't quite mean it in the way you do.
Make sure you take care when you're sorting out new lights, because if you just set them to 100 from the get-go, sometimes this happens.
Yeah, we are quite excited. New lighting, new rig.
Yeah,
It's
feeling
good.
fresh.
New
Yeah.
face,
New face.
New
burns.
New face.
Yeah.
new positions.
Oh, yeah.
New positions. Yeah.
We did this for some reason.
Yeah. No new members.
It's just to confuse people.
We're not completing you.
Keep them on their toes.
Keep going to
That's next episode.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, I just gave away the plot today. With that in mind, shall we get on and play Channel Devonity?
I suppose so.
I prefer Tetris, but this will do.
For now.
Let's play Channel Devonity. Welcome back to Channel Devonity.
Commodity.
It's getting more heavy metal every
Channel
week.
us their money. That's a great idea.
Channel us that money. The only show where you, the viewer, give us money.
I think there's probably a few other shows.
I reckon that show exists somewhere already.
Yeah, probably should.
Isn't it called Banzai?
Wow, that's an excellent
No,
reference.
but blast from the past.
Wasn't Banzo with
Place
you?
your bets.
Yeah,
Those things
great
on-
show.
Like those robots on
Was
line.
it
We should have
Insanity?
filmed this.
Robot
and
Wars.
it was
Banzai robot.
It's basically a Japanese game show where they do what? Bad robots.
No, what's the robots?
It's robots.
No, but they were like
Oh, Banzuki.
CGI. See?
That's a different thing, yeah.
I wasn't that far off, was I? No.
Okay, yeah, too fair.
Yeah, don't get confused. One was little kids playing it with really crap graphics. The other one was just people with shooting their face, bullets in their faces.
Great, now the Banzuki people are going to come after us after 20 years with being off the air.
Yeah, they're older now. They're going to hurt us.
Yeah. They've gotten more advanced over the years.
And now that we've offended our viewers, that does remind me, please like and subscribe to our channel. It means a lot to us, even if we don't like you.
You've got to respect that, honestly.
Yeah.
Feel free to
Got
buy
to.
us liking you by sending us money, and we may or may not like
And
you.
then we might like you.
Yeah.
Comment below if you like Banzuki or Bonsai. Whichever.
Yeah, either of those things.
Either way.
Yeah,
Bakugan. If you like that as well, go for it. We're happy to have
If you like TV shows, give us a like. If you like movies, follow us. If you want to send us money, do it.
We're all inclusive here.
If you don't like TV shows, give us a like. If you don't like music, give us a like.
If you don't like the internet, what are you even doing? Why are you watching this?
But whilst you're here, give us a like.
And if you hate this show, give us a like.
I think the message is to give us a like. We'll play some.
If you wanted to see people gunge, we
subscribe.
should start doing that. And at the end of each episode, we gunge somebody.
It's so 90s, I love it.
Well, I'll tell
He
you
doesn't
what.
want to do it. He's first.
We'll
I've
do
got
that
this
if
bucket of dice.
We'll do
Baked
that.
beans!
We'll do that if we hit a funding drive, okay?
Yeah,
That'll be
we
a
can
target.
Well, every time a character dies, you get gunged in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, then we can get Dave Benson Phillips to come in and do the
I'm going like
Yeah.
this. I'm going like this.
He's due to come back.
I'm getting a battle. Oh god.
Oh, no.
Can we get a dude in a Mr. Blobby suit to come in off set and just throw D&D books at someone?
We can do that as well. I believe no one is cancelled at the moment,
Might as
but
well.
we can still try.
Right, shall we actually play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Just chat
I
going
mean, this is fun.
Nostalgia
but
from
I'd
the
rather
We're all
play
excited
game.
because we haven't played for a while.
What other shows do you like from the 90s and 2000s football?
Takeshi's Castle.
Oh, that's where it's at.
Give us a like if you like 90s shows, or give us a like if you don't like 90s shows.
Give us a
want us
like
to do
if
a
you lived
podcast
through the
about this?
90s.
Give us
If you want us to do a
like,
podcast
we
about
did it.
this, we can. It's going to cost you money, but we'll do it.
Anyway, with that in mind,
Yeah.
what happened last episode on channel Devonity?
So much.
So many notes.
Important plot things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Fizzlewick,
Yes.
that guy.
Van
What a
Dubious
leg.
Fizzlewick.
What a legend. So he was like, what you got there, Fenrir? And we decided that this dude was trustworthy enough. So he now knows the existence of squiggles.
Yeah, he slapped
He
Squiggles
told
right
us
onto the table.
what he might be.
What was it?
An Ishura?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, one of
well done.
them. He is a good little thing that the legends say, like, protected the
Gods of
life
Will.
tree from the bad, shadowy dudes.
Yeah, the
I
Skull
believe that
Kingdoms.
was word for word what was said.
Yes.
So we believe we've got a little good guy on our hands. He could have been sent from the gods. We don't know.
Could have.
He could
Could be a
have.
traitor too.
Could be. No, he's too cute and innocent. So we've got him, and Fizz was all like, oh, leave me, give us a study. I'm not sure I trust him enough for that yet, so he's coming with us. But he's given us a job as
Yep.
well. We're going to, what's that really nice sounding place that we're going to?
Mad Marshes.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Real friendly sounding.
Lovely place.
to a big
Lovely.
skull rock in the middle.
It's gonna,
Yeah.
it sounds so friendly, so welcoming.
Everything about this makes me so hard.
It's gonna be lovely.
It's got 5 stars on TripAdvisor.
From the people who have returned. So I think the idea is that we're going to go to these lovely marshes. We're going to find some kind of gem.
Eye of Kukundu. Come on.
The Eye of...
So you're not going to go and find the Eye of God?
Oh, is it not that?
You
That's the
are
ultimate
He wants us to go
goal.
there
You
to
are
find
getting
stuff
money.
to make money.
To make money to go and search
To then
for-
go for
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah,
This is our job interview.
Pretty much.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so go, pick up things, come back with absolutely no problems, no injuries. That's the plan. And then he said he's got I always get the name of this thing wrong, a
Sandra.
sand skipper.
That's right, yes.
Yes!
The big cruise ship.
Yeah, not a dune skimmer.
A
whatever
dune
it was.
skimmer, yes.
So
that's
he's
it.
got one of them, but he's a bit in debt, so that's why we've got to go do this job, so he can maybe give us one of them.
You haven't paid the tax on
Yeah,
it, so.
yeah. Dangerous business. We ran into some sketchy lady who was all like, ooh, I'm looking for treasure tea, I go where the money goes, so she's probably going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah, I do
We
remember
will
she
kill her
had an
slowly.
issue with smoking a cigarette, apparently.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
wrong way
And
to
she's
smoke a
vegan.
cigarette.
No, it's okay for her, it just wasn't right for you.
That's right, yeah.
So yeah, she'll probably be a problem at some point. We've got all the way back to the...
Tavern. Oh no,
No,
we got back
the
to
cart thing.
And then went, oh shit!
And then went, oh, yeah,
It's supposed to
shit.
be the
We've
guy
got to go to a
who's
pub.
Yeah.
So we went back to the pub.
To see Droove, the bouncer.
Yeah.
And then
He was dead. Yeah.
He went to the freezer and he got too hot.
Yeah, his eyeballs burnt up.
See, Addison
Bit like
closed his
Addison.
eyes.
Yeah,
That's what
that's what
saved
you should
it.
have done.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
you go to the sun, make sure your eyes are firmly closed.
Yeah, so he was dead. We think probably because he was going to talk to us about something he might know about where Moss is.
Dear old Moss Drops.
Moss is still missing.
Like and subscribe if you miss Moss Drops.
If you want
Like
Moss
and
Drops
subscribe
back,
if you don't.
give us money and we'll bring him back.
Give us enough money and we will bring him back and more.
And more.
We might bring his family too, you know? His friends.
What happened after
whole
the dead
village.
guy? Were we just like, sorry, your mate's dead and
No,
left?
they were looking into it, and we decided that we'd be better off just making a move.
So we were like, sorry, your mate's dead.
Sorry, your mate's dead. Bye.
Yeah,
I mean, we did tell
bye.
them. We couldn't just bog it off.
Yeah, you did tell them, which was good.
You're honest
Yeah, we
about
told
it.
them, we were like,
Definitely wasn't us.
yeah, sorry.
We didn't burn him.
Yeah, so they're hopefully going to deal with that. Well,
What else have I got written down? Oh, there was like lingering smells of fancy perfume.
oh, I know what the thing is as well.
You know
don't
what the
I?
thing is. You know that it's
I
from.
know.
It's like a
Clay.
I know
fey
it's
thing.
a fey poisony thing. There's like
Oh, we also
Narcotic?
stole 2 gold pieces
So
from his
is it
dead.
necrotic or is it?
Fey
No,
bad
it was
bitch.
the collection of perfume smells that were from all over Daehoon, which is the continent you're on, which means that potentially someone that's either very rich or got access to rich friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Professional assassin.
so someone fancy killed that guy horribly. And is that where we got to? We were just like, oh, sorry, your mate's dead. Left the pub.
Yeah, I think we
Went
were.
back to the
Went back to the.
caravan.
Yeah.
Slowed down for the
We
night.
found a piece of parchment
Do we?
when we got
Yeah,
back to the
Squiggles
wagon.
had drawn something.
Squiggles drew pictures.
Mossy. Looking
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
was very
that's it.
sad.
Oh, I've
in
just
a
erased that
dungeon.
from my memory because it was traumatic.
It was too traumatic, wasn't it?
And then,
I wrote it down, so you have to remember it.
You gave Squiggle another bit of parchment and all thought about what had just happened to
Yeah.
Druve, and the picture you were left with was a woman
Yes.
with all charred and scarred skin and burning amber eyes.
Yes.
And that is where we got to. So with that in mind,
My sister.
let's go straight from that
Not
moment.
giving us any money now.
I was going to say Via Twim's next girlfriend, but
Yeah.
he said, "Wow, what a looker!"
That's right, I dated fire before, what have you?
What about it?
You all stare at the picture, looking at the strange monstrosity of the woman that Squiggles has drawn. The burning ember eyes seem to be a clear sign that potentially this person has something to do with the death of Druve. The nighttime sky begins to settle in. You can hear buzzards and
Some twat
various
playing a flute.
Shut up!
buzzards and various birds in the distance. Nighttime settled. With the realization that you're now holding a parchment with a potential suspect in the murder of Druve, you're left with your own realization that you did the right thing by keeping Squiggles away from these people. As everything at this moment seems to point to the death of your potential associate Druve, and all the unnecessary trouble you've had seems to be related to your little friend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get him.
Try it.
I think, after having a quick look at the paper, I think it's probably best if we were to, we'll just pin it up for now. I just take it and I pin it up.
On the pinboard.
Yeah. The rest of them are rather nice, and then this one's just like, ugh.
With the rest of Squiggles' drawings.
Yeah.
That's a lovely one, Squiggles. Look at that one
Well
right
done,
there.
boy.
Pin that one up as well.
Well, next to the one of Moss chained
Yeah.
up crying
Looking at each
We'll
other.
put all the nice pictures on
on
the
one side,
and we'll put all the really disturbing ones on the right.
which so far is 99% of them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to be able to do much till the morning. So I reckon we'll rest for the evening, and then in the morning we see Fizzlewick and get the supplies he was mentioning.
Yeah, we have a few errands to.
Got
Yeah.
a few errands to do tomorrow, and then take the wagon
Make our way to this lovely place.
Yeah,
Head to the lovely inviting marshes or whatever it was he called them.
that's the Mad Marshes.
God, we're looking forward to it.
What are they called that?
Well, it's because the ground's
Because they're
damp,
mad nice.
you see.
Oh.
Mad welcoming.
The
Might
ground's
be after to
damp.
there for a guy called Mad. We never know. It would be nice if this just his name.
I think I know that guy.
So are we resting it?
Turn in.
Your turn in.
Yeah.
Turn in.
Have a nice.
Okay.
warm-
Is anyone taking watch or?
I'll go and sit on top of the caravan for a bit. And just have a look at the stars and stuff.
I take watch when we could just lock the door.
Well, yeah, we can lock the door because we're in Matey's place.
You are in those stables at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm happy just to turn in. I need to get 4 hours under my belt and then I'm okay. So I'll
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look outside for an hour or two and then I'll come back and give you
yeah. So I'm gonna yeah.
Okay. Is anyone else joining Zeal?
I'll go with Zeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And the rest of you are.
The city's so dangerous that even if you're sleeping in your own carriage with locked doors,
Still
you still have to
yeah.
watch guard.
Best to be safe, isn't it? With our track record.
Safe and sorry.
You never know, a zeppelin might crash into us.
That's it. That's what I'm looking, that's
Exactly.
what I'm looking in the sky for. Just in case. That's not a star.
That star's getting real big.
Why does that star say Southwest Water?
They're back.
Oh dear. Okay. One by one, the rest of you hunker down. Little
I'm just
Squiggles
stealing
is
a bit.
while you were discussing the picture and what to do. Squiggles has fallen asleep on your arms, and you
Good boy.
place him down on a little collection of covers and cushions.
Put me in Moss's old bed, I think. It'd be nice.
On his pile of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Chuck him
It's
in.
your stuff now, Squiggles. You're an hour new rogue. He's a knife.
Just give him a
use
little
it.
dagger. I might just leave an apple next to him in case he
He's
wakes
gonna
up hungry. And he's like, oh, do you know what? Bing, gone.
Okay. Okay, and yeah. Seal. And yourself. Head up to the seating. The seats at the front of the wagon.
Yeah, cool. Where are the sand striders?
They are.
Are they being looked after?
They are in the main stable section, which is where all the animals are kept. So the wagon, they're untethered. They're looked after.
Cool, it's alright then.
They're having
As long as the boys are alright. that's fine.
They've been kidnapped. We have to go talk to a bouncer about saving them.
I'm not getting any more bouncers involved.
Okay, the two of you are sat out front of the wagon at this moment. The skies are very dark, but you can see various stars that shoot across and little tranquil displays of glitter and sparkle. And the occasional streak of fire reminds you of the little fiery-tailed birds that are out there. Are still heading around even at this time of night. Slowly beginning to nest and roost.
I would like to see if I recognise any of the constellations.
Sure. Give me a
History or perception? I suppose history. Kind of.
yeah. I think history probably makes sense.
I've read a book.
Very good.
Definitely read a book. 17.
17. Yeah, you do notice a few of the constellations. You see.
Make up some constellations, DM.
You see one that's the shape of. It looks like the shape of a bird. All connects, and you know this constellation itself is known as the magpie, which is meant to be a symbol of Slonea, who's the goddess of treasure, trickery, thieves, shadows. Some say that when the constellation can be seen clearly, that her eyes are upon each and every one of you.
Well, kind of remarkable again. Kind of fitting when that one's out, isn't it? I can see that one.
And would you take that as a good omen or a bad omen?
I don't know. Too much weird stuff's happened.
Oh, shit stuff.
There's definitely something out there, I don't want to say guiding, but there's bigger forces at work, shall we say.
Are you a religious man, Zeal? Is there a god that you turn to?
I think it used to be.
Used to be.
Well, I didn't used to be. I thought it was all made up. I mean, yeah, I lived in an orphanage and run by nuns, and they used to tell us all about the gods, and one day you'll find your purpose and all this guff, and I just thought, I'm interested in that, I was going to do my own thing. And then, well, let's just say something happened, and I can't really rightly explain what happened.
Interesting.
How about you?
Funny enough, Zeal, I feel like I'm going the opposite way. I grew up in quite a small village, under the guidance of Gideon, the god of justice. In a small place with a small amount of people, it can be quite easy to see justice dished out and things seem fair, but the further I've got out into this cruel, mad world, I'm starting to think that there isn't any helpful forces at play. There's no one that's going to help the little man get what he deserves. I'm starting to think it's something that we have to enact ourselves.
Let's just say I've seen my fair share of stuff happen that makes you wonder, what's the point? That the guy on top's just going to keep beating the small guy down all the time, and they never seem to get any kind of justice for it. But then, like I said, there's small little things that happen that, I don't know, just change things. I don't know if it's a god or it's just people's willpower maybe sometimes. I mean, look at the stuff we've done. We
It's
saved the
true.
town. We had no right saving that town. We were there. Those people, we could just walk away. But we didn't.
But do you think that was divine intervention, or do you think that was us?
I don't know. I think it's a bit of both, I think.
Maybe a bit of both.
I think it's nice to do things for people sometimes. And show things can be done. And they can be appreciated. I mean, our little friend in there, there's definitely something about that.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that, maybe some of these interesting theorising questions about the gods and the world that we live in, we might start to learn a lot more through our artistic little friend.
I certainly wouldn't mind learning a few more things, that's for sure. I don't know about anyone else, but I've got a bit of a hankering to know about the universe and how things work and what we need to be doing.
Well, that's how we ended up out here, isn't it? I suppose. This call for adventure, this call for wanting more.
I guess so. Well, that and someone telling me how to be here. But yeah.
Well,
And suddenly you hear a gut-wrenching snore.
our new friend settling in well then.
Please, mozzarella, don't lick my toes.
Pan into the carriage. Norman's eating her toe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, about that. I mean,
Yeah.
I know we can all trust each other. We basically fell out of the sky and save each other's lives.
Yeah, we've been through a lot together. Interesting that our new friend should turn up from falling
Yeah,
out of the
I
sky.
think we still need to keep an eye on her, even though she says she's going to be helping us now.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, I don't fully trust her just yet.
She's a little cagey.
There's
I
that.
mean, I know we all kind of
we've all got our
were.
own secrets and things we don't want to say, but I don't know about you, but I think we're getting there. I think we're a bit more willing to talk about stuff. shall we
Yeah.
say.
Getting to know each other. Getting to
Definitely.
trust each other.
That's for
And
sure.
it will come in time with the new one, I suppose. Actions speak louder than words, don't they?
That's always been the way, I think.
Yeah.
The best way to judge a person is by what they do rather than what they say.
Well, thank you for this conversation, Zil. After all the madness of the last few weeks, it feels nice to just sit down
Yeah,
and
just relax
stop.
and take in things a bit.
Yeah.
It's a lot to process, that's for sure.
I guess the main agenda for you tomorrow is to get that shield of yours sorted out.
It would be nice. I mean,
Sounds like we might need a shield where we're going.
exactly. I mean, we've been in a fair few fights and it's nice to be able to
Actually
get hit.
protect yourself. Yeah.
It's kind of useful, you know. I mean, you've got that nice armour, but this thing tends to do a decent bit of job, at least.
Yep. We'll get that sorted. get everyone looking spick and span again.
Shall we go and wake up our ranger friend?
Yeah.
He did say he was going to have a couple of hours wherever he does, and then...
Sort of sat staring, looking at those two just consume each other in their sleep.
we'll go down and just open the door and see you staring. We're like,
You're
we're just
right,
kind of like, eyes just meet. We're just kind of like,
You see that.
I'm just tapping on the picture behind me, and I'm thinking to myself, I thought that was the weirdest thing I was going to say.
Yeah, this lovely scene is displayed where we have Amaryllis's toe firmly in the mouth.
Of Norman. And I just slowly walk around them towards the door, and I'm like, I'm going to sit outside. And I just like walk past them, and I just take the steps up, and I just sit in the seat, and I'm like, It's a bit of a strange adventure so far. And then I'll get my tube out and get some fresh parchment out, and I'm like, well, there's plenty to put down. And I'll just start adding in sections of the map that I've been building through, and then adding it, and then outlining what from the maps that I saw.
Yeah. Okay.
And so see if I can add in the woodland up here.
Yeah. So you begin
So
to
sort of get an
draw and
idea
add
and
the
just collect all the maps together.
Yep,
Sort of make a bit of a plan. And then just start sketching away. Just sit there in the quiet, well, somewhat quiet. And the snoring was going on inside, and the growling of a foot in someone's mouth.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you settle down.
well, we're trying to. Just going to get back.
You attempt to sleep. After a good 45 minutes of attempting, you eventually do manage to drift off. You, Viatorum, on the other hand, stare up into the night sky, take in the a nice tranquil night. You can hear a few sounds of commotion into the city, but you listen for a while and eventually pass it down to rowdy locals, homeless people that have been turfed out of various areas, and a few would-be thieves well, at least you think, our chances are have been chased by the local constabulary.
You know all about them.
Yes. So what?
Most of the rest of your watch is uneventful. And you continue drawing your map and going about your business while your comrades continue to sleep. And eventually you hear the beginnings of the rousing people in the area waking and beginning to fill the streets. Gets to around about, it's about 8 in the morning at this time, and your comrades are still sleeping, and you begin to wonder if you should wake them.
Catch fire to the wagon. Yeah, I'll just sort of like. I'll make a note, like cushion for the seat. I'm like, get down over the steps.
All the grace of a 20 dexterity character.
Yes. Like, just tremble and fall, just do it perfectly. On the ground, like, right, okay. I go back inside and I open the door and look inside and see a multitude of elven sins going on inside. And I go over to the small stove in the corner. I'll just open the door, see if there's any embers burning away. And if there is, I'll just stake it up a little bit and put the kettle back on top.
Yeah, there's still a few little embers just burning away, and you manage to quickly
stake it up a little bit, just make sure the vents are a little bit open, put the kettle back on top, go around, just cleaning cups in the yard, shirt in the corner, just looking around, just seeing if anybody's losing any toes. Just just checking, then I go upstairs and, Zeal's fast asleep in the corner. Okay, it's fine. And Fenrir's taking up 2 beds. I'm like, oh yeah. Just come down and see you two still in the maelstrom which I left you the night before. I'm like, just wait for the whistle to wake everyone back up. As I'm just staring at that picture, thinking, I've seen something like that before. And I can't place it, but I have seen something like it. And I'm just idly cleaning cups, just staring at that picture of that fey creature, trying to rack my brain where I've seen it. Just like, and then just wait.
As you're drifting off and wondering exactly, that's when you hear. And one by one you begin to wake up.
I just mutter some bullshit in deep speech.
I just put my hand up and just tap on the ceiling. You two having a drink?
No, not yet. Thank you.
Zeal.
It's late.
Shut up. Fenrir. Get
Wait,
Zeal.
I didn't. I'll get
Get
it.
Zeal.
Okay, you just hear a large kind of bang as I hit the end of his bed with my hammer.
So the
Zeal!
as the dust comes through the floorboards.
Zeal!
The dust just falls
Come
down.
get up!
Breaks the suspension and just carriage just.
There's a smell of the carriage like.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry.
I have the strangest dreams.
Is it something to do with toes?
How did you know?
I know I taste cheese.
There's a taste of something you've never tasted before.
I look at the pile of drool on the floor. I've only been casting spells in my soup again.
And I just look at you both and it's like just horror. As I'm like just gesture a teacup towards you like this.
Yes, please.
I take out the remaining of the tea that I have and dish it. And I'm like, strain her in the night.
Yep, strain it, and you.
Are you awake yet, Zeal?
Cups coming around.
No, still
Awesome.
out.
I'm gonna wrap Zeal up in his blanket and bring him downstairs.
Give me a strength test.
Oh, awesome. I might drop you down the stairs. I'm really sorry. Hang on, strength.
Plus your strength.
Hang on,
Where is
Zeal's
this?
coming
Plus your
down.
Plus 2. 7.
7.
Seven.
Nice. So you casually
Zeal's
wrap
heavier
Zeal
than I
up
thought.
in the fabric of the sheet, and then
Fall the bed hit my head and all the.
you pull it to swing it around, but you haven't quite got hold of one side of the sheet, and as it unfurls, Zeal, you wake in this sudden manner as you hit the side of the cabin
Okay, I wake up, bolt awake,
and literally face down on the floor,
in
half wrapped in sheets.
But just
I
still
will
hold
say-
the other end of it. Like, morning!
I'll say 3 words in Sylvian. Or Sylvan.
Will I understand them?
Do you understand Sylvan?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I do. Do I hear it from downstairs?
No.
Do I hear a slur?
You are half urban. You've got
Yeah.
good hearing. You would be able to hear.
I hear his slur.
Will I
from
be able to get
downstairs.
it from how it's said? As to what kind of thing you're saying to me.
There will be 3 words, and he says. There we go. Red the spear.
Okay.
Just put the blanket over it and be like, we'll see you downstairs. Coffee in
But
a
this
minute.
is said in which is the Fey language. He just said it.
Run away.
I just hear it upstairs and I'm like,
And then I just snap back to him and go, "What the hell did you do that?"
I'm sorry. It wasn't necessarily exactly supposed to go like that.
What was it supposed to go like?
Oh, it was. Yeah, I was supposed to hold on to you so you didn't hit the floor with your face. Next time, before I try things like that, I'll make sure I'm awake for more than 30 seconds. I'll make you a cup of tea, and I go trotting off downstairs.
just as you're walking down the stairs, hit your head. Oh.
I deserve that.
As you forget.
That's called karma. We talked about that last time.
We did. Yep. I fucked up. Can you make him a lovely cup of tea, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Strain and loose cups again. Zeal, are you coming down for this? Am I bringing it up?
Here at Channel Devonity, we love role-playing the teammates.
This is one of the best moments in the morning. Come on.
It's very important.
If I have to, I'll just kind of like stroll down the stairs.
Amble down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'll bring it over to you. Zeal. There you go.
Thank you.
Well, it's about 8 in the morning.
I have a lot to do.
Yes.
I don't get up till 9 o'clock.
Well, you've done very well today. We have tasking to do. So, where do you want to go first?
Shall we go and get Zeal's shield sorted?
If we do that, we can also get our weapons checked over as well, which would probably be a good idea.
And then go
Right,
see
if this guy's as
Fizz.
good as my friend Plainview is, then yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows to shop in the park pointy, shall I say?
Well, I'd be happy to do an armourer first then.
That works, and then well, I mean, if we're gonna have to drop it off anyway, I imagine this ain't gonna take him 5 minutes to do. So
We also need to check out that one magic-y shop because you wanted to and I'd like to.
Yeah.
That's hot.
that's what tea tastes
You feel a strange sensation as you drink the hot
Burning
drink.
flesh.
Your cheeks begin to glow red and your nose and your face. And we don't need to roleplay this. We have a visual representation.
I suppose this is my first cup of tea, isn't it?
It is your first cup
If you just say you just splash in your face, you think you're waking yourself up.
I'm guessing by watching the rest of us drink it, you assume that
That's what you do with it.
Yeah, you assume it is.
Oh wait, no, I'm clean. I've washed myself.
So, well, drink these and then up to the armoury district, I suppose.
Hang on. I'll need a bit of something to eat first.
Well,
Got any of those fruit left there, Fenrir?
Oh, we should do.
And now we can roleplay the making the breakfast.
Fruit!
No, I was just going to eat a banana.
Okay, bananas for
One of those
you.
fancy
Bananas
fruits.
for you. Bananas for everyone.
just stood in the cover, cornered, like in bananas. Just like,
We've gone Disney.
Bananas for everybody. So we've all had a nice, healthy breakfast. We've had our tea.
Fruit cocktail and a
Yeah,
tea, lovely.
equipped for the day.
Okay. You finished off your banana breakfast
Alright.
and your tea.
Continental breakfast.
And soon enough, you there you go. Squiggles is also awoken, and Squiggles says, "While you're eating your banana, he was happily eating his apple."
Excellent. Good boy. Oh,
Little chirp, his little eyes like blink, these huge black oculars.
yeah. Are you ready, Squiggles? We've got a very exciting day ahead of us. Another day in which you need to stay very close to me.
He looks at you, gives you a long look, and then
You getting it? I swear he's understanding more and more by the day. Have you guys noticed this?
yes,
He's getting a little bit more switched on to what we say, aren't you, Squiggles?
Soon I will be able to talk to him.
Let me in your mind.
Smush his head a little.
as you pull your hands over, he turns around, and then with his little hands, he goes.
I thought he was going to do like the little cat thing where his eyes are going. Like no. Like really liking it, like yeah.
He quickly jumps up the arm of Fenrir and onto the shoulder.
Awesome. I've got an inside pocket
You
that
have.
is now his.
His arm.
That's where he lives now.
Yeah, still full of like little
Feces.
Like
little
apple
bits.
cores,
Yeah, apple
like
cores
crumbs
and
and
yeah, bits
all
of
sorts.
yeah, could I like
coming out of it?
get the rest of the orange peel and stuff out of it whilst doing it?
So much urine.
That's a good point. Does squiggle? Do we need to worry about that though?
We need to potty train him.
Does he need potty train?
No, just grab him by the head and squeeze like a toothpaste.
Does he just teleport it elsewhere?
That would be
Puts his
lovely.
bum through a porthole.
It's one of those strange occurrences where you can never understand why the kettle's full every morning, but it does taste good.
It's delicious.
No one
tea.
complained about the tea. Straight from the guts.
It's holy water.
So,
All that ammonia.
where are you heading then?
burn
The
electric
Armory
flame.
District, is that what it's
the
called?
Blade Plateau.
The Blade Plateau.
Oh, that sounds fun. I've never been there.
Okay. You
It's made of razor blades.
kick open the wagon door.
Hang on, we're on
No,
break
we
this
do
place.
not.
I was going to say, the money we
Unlock
paid
the
for it, we wax oiled the hinges and we just go like this.
Gently.
Yeah, you gently open the door and gently close it, making sure you lock the cabin door.
Then we go,
before you go.
Just check one more time.
The door blipping going out the driveway.
Yep.
Yeah, put the key in my pocket, inside pocket.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got my new toga.
And one by one, you begin to head to the Blade Plateau.
I seem to have lots of stuff sticking to my foot, and I can't understand why. It's almost like there was lots of slugs in my.
Yeah, there is like a strange glistening of.
I'd be more concerned about the
Bizarre
accident of
inhuman
that.
mucus attached to you.
It's pristine. It's absolutely pristine. Your one toe is like
So
Glisten.
shiny.
Never looked so clean.
The silkiest and smoothest it's ever been.
pink and pretty.
Even the toenail's been trained.
Oh Christ!
Been given a pedicure.
There, my banana comes back up. Oh, because that's how I ate it.
Jesus. I'm looking at you like.
Is that not how you eat fruit down south?
Yeah, you probably never come across a banana before. So
No, what an exotic, strange item.
Really slow as well.
So you just went with your default setting.
Of slow.
Don't chew it.
Yeah.
Just push it down.
Those things are good.
voices, straight down the gullet.
Just like,
Ah yes, oysters, another far north delicacy found in the snowfields. Ooh.
You
Cultured.
you all travelled down the two pillars, back through the farmlands and the shanty abodes that surround the outside of the city gates, heading toward the cable cars. You continue along the long stretch of mud and cobblestones for about 15 minutes or so before finally taking in the hulking metal contraption and the grinding mechanisms of the cable car lifts, screeching to life in each of the various pulleys to hoist the metal boxes far into the skies toward the many floating plateaus. Ahead of you, you spot the cable car operator. Very tall, slim-looking anthro-humanoid with large rabbit ears and big, wide, darting eyes.
Adorable.
Wearing a very loose-fitting yellow shirt and an overcoat of blue scale mail slipped on top. He kind of watches you approach, and as you get closer, he just scratches his little head. Where to, my fellow early morning risers?
We're going to the Blade Plateau, please, my fuzzy friend.
Blade Plateau. In you go. In you go.
Yes.
And as one by one, as you head into the metal contraption, he's like casually like folding his ears, backing himself, and
He's got a bit of a nervous disposition, this guy.
seems to be.
No, he's a crack, okay.
I need this money, boss. I need this money. I can't stop the ants. I can't stop the ants.
That's the big reveal of this campaign. There's no fantasy drugs here. It's just crack.
Just crack.
Everyone's on crack.
We skipped over cocaine and gone straight to crack.
Well, he clearly did.
Poor little twitchy rabbit guy.
Finished?
Nope.
No. Well, you carry on. Because I'm going to find the...
Oh, you'd like us to stall for time?
Yeah, give me a second. We'll find
Okay.
it soon.
What's
Does he have a +1 pipe?
That's a weird looking pipe. Why is it clear? What's that weird stuff in it? It ain't tobacco.
Why is it black on the bottom?
Why is every spoon you got bent?
He's a strange fellow, this one.
Yeah.
This is a truly bizarre city.
It is, isn't it? Yep.
What strange people.
We'll have a look out the windows. We're riding up in the cable car and taking the sights.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah.
Oh, look. A Zeppelin's crashing in the distance.
It's becoming
Feels like
boring now.
home.
It's like an everyday scene. You're just
Yeah,
like,
oh, another one.
If it's
Boring.
not a Zeppelin crashing, then something's wrong.
yeah, it's just
Yeah. It's a very quiet day in Geneva.
You know the worst thing, they're going to be so quiet as they're falling.
Yeah.
You just watch it.
And you slip into the... and one by one you slip into the cable car system because I found the track. How
Awesome.
about that? Let's continue playing.
Well done.
Yeah.
How does this cable car system work? So when it comes down, like sits on a
It's a big giant metal box.
yeah, and then it's got hooks, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's like hooks on a
and
big
then
pulley
it
system.
gets lifted off the hooks and dropped, and then put on the right hooks to go to the next set.
So, no, but literally...
Was there a junction in the sky?
Yeah, so there is a junction that it gets... So when they pull the levers, they are deciding which
They're
junction will be travelling
diverting
down.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's cool.
Which is exactly what your little hair friend does, as he hops over to one of the levers.
Cracks his pipe up.
And then you begin to hear the mechanism as it jars and begins to lift high into the sky.
And I prepare to cast Featherfall.
I'm clinging on to you because I'm terrified.
You hold on to Normand, and there is a sunlight beam that just beams, just casually brings this nice early morning sun straight through the cable car as you're lifting higher and higher.
Highlighting something horrible.
You see a flurry of birds that sort of scatter by, and you can see smoke and roofs from the various abodes as you head higher and you go beyond the trail plateau, and you seem to head higher this time.
Higher and higher, baby.
Higher and higher.
Rabbit's used to that.
There's a shuddering and a shake. There's a little bit of turbulence.
Oh, there we go. We're going down.
And then eventually you can see the beginnings of the Blade Plateau.
Cool.
With a sudden stop, the steel contraption comes to its shuddering standstill. And the doors release. A jet of steam spills up high into the skies, and you pry open the bar and release the door. Stepping down the railing leading to the cobble streets and passing the other cable car
I'm first out.
operator.
Out.
You quickly rush through, and happy to be off the height where you feel like you had no control.
So the rest of us just amble our way off.
Okay, yeah, you casually amble your way off. It seems fairly busy here.
Sounds fairly busy.
Lots of people.
Bloody sales on, we should have been here early.
You
Is that some sort of cow?
you know, for an early morning.
Oh, sorry.
An early morning sort of rises yourself, but you are quite surprised at how many people are here. But you notice that a lot of the individuals that you do encounter on your way through the Blade Plateau are armoured warriors of some description, blacksmiths, weaponsmiths, what you expect from a military plateau, which is what you've been told that the Blade Plateau is. You glance around. and you see rows of buildings huddled over in canopy with various tents, creating little ample shade. You see huge dust mammocks that are being pulled by armour-clad men-at-arms using the huge beasts, resembling these furry rhinos as a kind of makeshift transport. Their backs heaving with leather canopies and straps, each housing some form of weapon or armour. One of the animals grunts in annoyance before the handler yanks on the harness and pulls the mammoths back in line. Off with you, come on! And you continue past. You scan an open field then as rock formations and dried grass pokes free from the cracks and sectioned off by wooden fencing as men and women wearing studded leather armour swing weapons toward hayfield sacks made to resemble the enemy. Mainly,
the training area.
They look very similar to the troops of Colonia.
Huh.
Yeah.
A tall man, very well toned, with arms crossed over his chest. His watches on and he barks orders at the assembled recruits. Put your back into it. You need to stand valiant, and swing, Pyro. Sidestep. It's hard to make out the features of each of the recruits, but as they're wearing their Jadizran military helmet, it covers their faces and it just stops just below their cheeks. But you can see they've been worked hard. Sweat is blistering down their cheeks. You hear a blast of furnace then, as it snaps you back to the road ahead as you pass the training recruits. And there in the clearing you spot a shanty-looking shack. It's a makeshift canopy connected to this building, offers some form of a shade, and there's a sudden breeze from a fiery furnace that resides inside that you now understand is a blacksmith's. Heading toward the blaze of the fire and cinders, you're met with a galloping as an armoured man riding a beautiful stallion rushes by. Military colours emblazoned over the horse's barding, and there's a hawk with talons outstretched. That's the symbol that's on the side of the barding. Each of the wings seem to have 7 blades that makes up the wingspan. Mm-hmm. Getting closer, you notice a sign, a collection of crystals that have been pulverised by a smithing hammer, and painted above that in white letters you see Shardbinder's Blacksmithery.
Cool.
Is that the one we're looking for?
That was the one you were told to find.
I did.
The best blacksmith in all the city. And there isn't a massive queue, hooray!
So, looking around, is there like weapon vendors and stuff here, or is it mainly like smiths and...
It's mainly smiths.
Yeah.
From what you understand, simple weapons, etc., usually are found in the trade plateau for sale. But you come to blacksmiths for sometimes specialist equipment and to repair armour. The blade plateau from yourself and yourself, Seal, that's been here. You know that this area, Amaryllis, the short time that you've spent here, you know that the Blade Plateau is pretty much a dominant military area where the troops are trained, and there are plenty of barracks that feed off into the rest of Jadizra. Weapons here, are of a higher calibre, same with the armour, and they're usually reserved for the troops, but blacksmiths do produce items for the public as well.
Yeah. So they do commission pieces.
Yeah.
Did you say mammoths went by?
They're the mammoths.
Oh no.
Dust mammoths. They're like a furry rhino.
So they're hairy.
Yes.
Can one of them drop a hair and then I pick it up? Oh look, a hair.
You
And
can
it's like,
you can give me a perception test, see if you can see any on the street.
3.
You see nothing.
You scan around on the roadside, but you can't see any particular hair. The mammoths have passed you. It's a bit further down the road now. You would have to travel back if you wanted to try and physically pull some of the hair off.
Oh no, I didn't want to pull. I just
No.
wanted to find something in the dirt.
Yes, so no, sadly this time you didn't spot any.
Why are you just scrounging around in the dark?
Why aren't you?
Drops to the
So you,
I guess we're just looking at going. I think we'll just leave those two here, shall we?
We'll know where to find them.
I'll go inside.
They're happy playing in the dirt.
you get this realization that perhaps what you found is a second Norman.
Yeah. Let's keep each other
Norman
amused.
2.8.
It's
Well-
a mini-me.
Well then, Zeal, I do believe that this was the place that your
Yes.
friend suggested.
That'd be the one.
So-
Let's go and have a chat with this.
After you. What's his name?
Guy, see if we
Gap.
Yeah,
What was his name?
The Great Gatsby.
I don't think it was that. It was a
Gal, I
great
think
name.
his name is, isn't it?
Yeah, what was it?
Yeah, his name was Gallium Ward.
Ah, yeah. Cool.
Have a chat with him.
Heading inside, you pry open the door, and you hear a small bell jingle and jangle. Ding, 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 ding. The scent of burnt powder, cracked leather, and ash immediately fills your senses. There, just ahead, almost 8 foot tall, is a large blue-skinned troll who turns to greet you. One eye a little more bulbous than the other, and has a very long pointed nose and sharp yellow teeth. One thing that strikes you as unique is the abundance of strange crystals that are embedded in its left shoulder.
Ooh.
Glinting as the light of the furnace catches the very tips of the glittering shards. He offers a faint smile. Hammer in hand, almost twice the size of other blacksmith hammers you've seen before.
It's as big as mine, though.
And he has a black leather apron that's just covered in various spots of cindered ash and molten fire. As he turns to you, you hear his voice boom out. Can Gal help?
I'm assuming you're girl.
I am he. Most know me as Gal. Gallium Wart to others.
Right. Well, a friend of mine said that you're the best blacksmith in the city.
I am good at what I do.
Oh, good. Well, he recommended you might be able to do something with this, and I'll get off my back and show him the shield.
He's huge. He places the hammer down there next to the iron anvil that he was currently working on, and he takes the shield. His huge hands clasp it, almost looks
Basically
small.
like a plate to him,
It looks small in comparison, and takes a glance at it. Oh, let Gal see. He looks at the craftsmanship. Gal can see this was lovingly crafted long ago. Gal thinks Gal can repair it. Gal could make it better too.
Well, that would be certainly something, that's for sure.
It'll cost.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. I don't think we got a lot of money. Perhaps there's something that we can do for you? We are adventurers of the kind.
Gal does need nothing. Gal has his abode. This makes Gal happy.
Right.
I could make this better though.
How
I
much are
could.
we actually talking? Because, I mean,
I could.
Got the business letter out.
For 500 gold, I could make this much better. I would need some crystals though. Well, sparkle shards. It's the better type of crystals to work with.
alright,
Stiff and sturdy.
that's good, but where would I get them?
You would find them in the crystal mines near Katharka.
Right.
But to repair this as it is, it would be 50 gold to get the job done.
Right.
Past the Night Marshes.
What was the name of that place that the mines were?
It's south of Merrick.
Oh, yeah. Past the Bad Marshes. Interesting.
As much as I'd love to make this better than it is, I also kind of need it.
We can always come back another time when we're rich and famous.
We're outside playing in the dirt.
How long are we talking for you just to kind of spruce it up a bit, make it as it was?
He runs his hand over the rust and
I'll
the
explain what
damage.
happened with the rust monster.
They are pesky, indeed. They are better to squelch them and slam them out in one fell swoop.
Yeah, I kind of found that out after one of
We
our
did in
friends.
the end.
They were fucking massive.
Yes, it would take me. Well, I have some more things to do. I would say come back tomorrow. I'll have it ready for you by then.
I reckon that'd probably be alright. I think we were going to head out in the morning anyway, so I could swing by.
Great.
So, are we paying up front or paying when the job's done?
You can pay me when you return.
Oh, well,
Gal trusts his customers.
that's good to know. That shield means a lot to me. You can.
And I will
Clean it
make
up a
it
bit.
good, sturdy and strong.
Well, I believe you.
As you glance around, you notice that on the walls there seems to be some other items that are crafted, potentially for sale, you're not sure. There's a nice looking shield, which is painted sort of purple and blue.
Shield, sorry.
Shield,
I
yes.
thought you said shoe.
One.
He's also a cobbler.
Best
But only
cobbler in
one,
town.
only one at a
Master
time.
Cobbler Gal.
Oh my good shoe.
In his world, he's just making doll shoes, but for your
For us, we're like, whoa.
You see a crescent shield as well, which yeah, it's glinting in metal, but it looks like it's crescent shaped. And you also see another very large shield, but you see on this other large shield there's a face of a hawk that's etched in a beautiful metal.
No, this guy certainly seems like he knows what he's doing.
This dude fucking loves shields.
Yes.
I guess I'm in the right place.
Yeah, I think you're in the right
No,
place for a
it's
shield
shields.
there, if I'm honest, yes. Gal?
Gal.
Yes, my apologies. My question for you, my good man, is do you do anything with firearms?
These hands restrict me from making firearms.
Oh,
But
yes.
And he reaches into his apron then and pulls out these very small little glasses and puts them in the tip of it.
Oh, yeah.
these help me see. What is it you want?
Well, you see, I have both a pistol and a musket. But one was wondering if they do other types of firearms apart from these. If this is all the firearms, well, it's definitely all the firearms I've come across. I was wondering if they do other ones.
There are others. Military grade. Not something which is offered to the public.
What would that be, for instance?
There is a large cannon with cylinders.
I think that might be slightly out of my stretch for carrying. And I was more thinking
Fenrir just goes,
something along the lines of something more precise, long distance, some would say.
Perhaps. Are you able to draw me what you envision? Maybe I can make it for you as a.
Of course he can, he's already drawn it.
Well,
He's basically
Funny
created
you
a
say
sniper
that.
rifle.
Well, in
I call
essence,
this the 50 cal anti-material.
yeah, in essence, yeah, in essence, a rifled musket. Because the thing is, I've found,
So you're wanting like a sniper rifle?
well, not a sniper, it'd be an amusette if you were going to be crazy about it.
Yeah, you can just put a scope on top.
Well, in essence, I'd like something that isn't limited by the range that a musket is, because the thing is, a crossbow far exceeds it in range. So my thought is, the barrel on the musket is quite short. If a longer barrel was added or replaced this one that was rifled, if I knew what rifling was, it would be. Yeah.
So you. I'm going to draw a
the
picture and explain this information. Yeah, he listens intently. His huge hand resting on his chin.
It would be possible. It would be a challenge, but possible. I could fashion a longer barrel that we could connect to the rifle. If you have a longer rifle, you will be able to shoot further. You will need a way of targeting better.
I just gotta go. Those crystal things are pretty reflective, aren't they? I've seen a guy once that used crystals as a telescope. Those ones in the mine, do that do the same?
It is possible.
More reason to go to mines. Shiny things, yay!
We have a plan coming together.
I've never found a rogue friend like so.
Do this, pattern and design, sell it to the military for big money.
It would not be cheap for custom work, and I too would need the shards that I spoke to your friend of earlier.
Yes, well, ballpark figure would be rather interesting.
How's about we do a deal where we get you these shards, you make the prototype, my friend's rifle, and then you have exclusive rights to sell whatever it is, or replicate it to, I'm sure the military will pay a good bit of money for something like that.
Can we bring back extra shards?
If you can collect extra shards, it is possible. Gal would need contract.
Oh, we have just the fella that can do that. Do you know old Fizzlewick who has the museum?
I have heard of Fizzlewick, yes.
Well, we happen to be in his employment at the moment, so I'm sure he could draw something up.
Yes, draw something up and I will see.
I mean, you could be our exclusive blacksmith for our adventuring party. I'm sure we could chuck you plenty of work.
I have many adventuring parties that come my way looking for equipment. Gal is very well known.
But do you have many that are finding artifacts?
I do help some of the other
Well, that's
treasure
what we're going to do.
hunters.
I mean, we might find something that might be useful for you.
Like the shards.
You are treasure hunters too.
Well, we're getting into that business.
Treasure hunters, lifesavers, whatever you need.
We like to dabble.
Water
Destroyers
restorers.
of blimps.
We would like to dabble. Yeah.
Maybe Gal will think on it.
Well, like I said, if I leave this with you and you think about it, we'll come back tomorrow, we'll speak to our friend as well and see what he thinks about it, and maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement.
Yes, draw the plans of what you
Oh, don't
envision.
worry, he's really good at drawing, and we also have someone else who's good at drawing as well. I'm sure between the two of them they can show something pretty good. Real good schematics, that's the right word, isn't it?
And Gal will look forward to seeing schematics.
Pleasure to meet you. I'll put a hand up and shake
He's
his
bringing
giant
his
hand.
huge arm and just out and with his hand just holds yours and shakes it.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Hold my hand up as well.
You just moves his hand over and shakes yours.
Wraps his whole hand around your arm.
With how small you are and compared to Zeal,
Like the desk is
it's
here.
just like it's so tiny in the palm of his hand.
Like that little brain sketch.
Right, so we'll pop out tomorrow and we'll see what we can do. In the meanwhile, we have some other supplies and bits and pieces we need to get on with.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There are several places we need to visit.
We could split up. Would that make things go quicker?
Potentially.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If like a few or a couple of us head to Fizz's house.
And then, yes, I can...
You guys can go to the one shop.
I can go with Norman to the one shop.
Cool.
I'm also interested in this one shop.
Let's go on a family trip to the one shop. I kind of want to see it too.
What a family
If we split up, we could save time.
Everybody wants to go to the one shop.
I
suppose it is on. It's on the way to Fizz, isn't it? It's on the way. All right. To the bunny man.
To the one shop.
To the bunny on crack.
Okay, so you.
I'll say goodbye, thanks a lot, and
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, gal.
What is your name?
My name's Zeal.
See you tomorrow, Zeal.
Zeal tomorrow.
Dear God.
Come on.
You leave the shop. And.
What a lovely guy. What a nice guy.
Top.
Good guy.
I mean, I haven't met these trolls, but he's the nicest one I've ever met.
What are you talking about? We almost got murdered by that troll.
No, you're confusing me. He's a nice guy.
Well, I'm obviously talking about that sand troll that almost killed us the other day.
Yeah, but he was sand. We don't trust sand.
Yeah. That guy's not. He's made of crystals and stuff.
Yeah, that guy was blue and crystals. We trust blue and crystals.
It turns out crystals are alright.
Yeah.
And then
troll racist.
At this moment, the
Starting to
camera
sound like we're
pans out
troll
from the
racist.
whole of Jadizra, and you just see it's surrounded by sand.
That's why I don't trust it. We've not had a good time in it. We did get the goggles though. We need to get you some matching goggles. I've just remembered that before we go back out there.
Goggles?
We have matching goggles.
We've all got matching goggles for our sandy adventures because we seem to love just walking in sandstorms.
Cool.
Just for
It's
the
great.
sake of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you leave the blacksmiths and head through back down to the cable carts, and soon enough head to the trade plateau. Stepping back out the cable cart, the clientele is picked up, market goers, shoppers, what you expected and what you were used to in the trade plateau.
Well, before we go any further, can I just stop everyone abruptly? Say, can everyone just put the money pouches or anything that they have valuable in inside pockets, because we know what happened last time we walked through here.
You are.
Keep your stuff safe.
Okay.
I'm not getting pickpocketed.
You secure your money.
Well, you've got all the money, don't you? So I'll just pick you up, put you in my
Oh,
pocket.
sorry, that was me.
Keep you safe.
Sorry, I was rather distracted by that camel just taking all the piss.
He's busy
Sorry,
drawing
what?
his gun.
Ah.
He's actually drawing the gun.
Yeah, that's part of his homework.
I'm drawing it as basic a scope as I could think that they'd make.
I can just imagine the Vietnam, his tongue out and
Just guiding him along. Come on.
Yeah, and he's just, well, these people are just passing him
bumping into
by.
people.
In a world where telescopes exist, David is trying to reinvent the scope, but easier.
Yeah.
You begin to make your way back through the long stretch of the trade plateau, and eventually find yourself back through the tunnel system. For the sake of saving some time, I'll say that as you're passing a few of the various stalls and shops, if there's any casual supplies that you want.
I want one of those big, delicious fruit things that you described like years ago, whatever it was.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like
Okay.
years ago.
Yes,
It was like some kind of watermelon
like
cross
a
strawberry or
watermelon that
something.
tastes like strawberry.
Yes, I want one of them. I want one of them
So
real
we'll send you
bad.
back your silver piece.
Thank you very much.
He's so distracted.
I'll take it out of the money. I'll take the money.
One silver piece.
One
Okay,
silver
That's
piece.
cool. I'll have 2. No, I'm kidding.
Great.
I mean,
How big are they?
Then you can
Thea
Give it all
Tara's
the
paying,
fizz.
so it doesn't matter.
Look at me.
look at me with my melons.
And the size of a normal melon, so quite large.
Excellent. Fenrir is happy.
Yeah, I just pictured you just boom.
This is much more difficult than the banana.
Dislocates his jaw like an anaconda.
Just get your hammer and go.
Smash, smash.
Slowly.
So would you treat it like a melon, like you want to cut this thing in half and cut it in bits type thing?
Yeah, casually you could you would chop it in half, and then most people would hand pull the
Awesome.
the flesh contents out, and as it tastes like strawberry, they
Or you could use a spoon.
Pie festival.
you can
like,
you saw at the stall the large ogre that was breaking them in one hand. You could see that as he did squash them, it formed a nice liquid that he was draining into various flagons.
How exciting!
She's making a smoothie out of it then.
Oh my god! Yeah.
How useful
I've
is
got
it to
a-
have
I've got
massive
an,
cans where you can just crush a smoothie into existence?
I've got an empty water skin. Gonna fill it with delicious juice.
Yeah, you could if you want.
Delicious juice.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Oh, I'm gonna try and pop this melon
Are you going to try and do it?
with my bare
Right, give me a
hands.
strength test.
Well, you
A
watch what
strength
you do, I
test.
can do
This
that.
went so well last time. Okay, don't fuck the melon up, Fenrir. Okay, 1 silver piece.
Only got one.
Can I also hold
That's
on to
better.
it to give the help action if needed? Just
12.
don't squash up the wrong way now.
So as he's holding it for you, I'd say we can roll with advantage.
Roll
Oh,
again. Then
roll with advantage.
Yeah, which means you
Okay.
get to roll again.
take the high score.
So that was 12. That's better. That's 14.
There you go.
14.
Okay.
Successful
so
melon popping?
a little bit of strain, but you're like, and then it caves into itself, and you begin to see the liquid and beginning to slip out of the melon
Cool.
itself.
Catch a bit more
Yeah,
water
you
skin.
managed to catch some of that, and soon enough you have about half a, I'd say half a water skin full of this liquid.
I'd like to offer some fruit out to all my friends.
Well done.
Scope.
Let's go.
Well done, David. You've actually just drawn a scope.
Scope with fastener.
Great.
And a sunshade on the front.
Okay, so that you're thinking like leather straps to tie around there.
onto the
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
Nice.
So have it in like brass work. Have it on brass work on these bits, and
Yeah.
like leather straps to hold it onto the barrel itself, and a sunshade. So when I look down it doesn't melt my eyes.
In a bug's life, they made that out of a droplet of water and a leaf.
It's true.
Yes, but water is the rarest thing of all of this.
Yeah, we haven't got much of that. It's
Better off.
privatised.
Yeah, I think it's going to evaporate.
We've got melon.
Eventually. Oh, it's gone again. Peppers are boring. Stick on it. It'll work better. Just need to lube my gun up before I use it.
That's right, he dribbles well.
Wow.
I'll hand out that fruit to everyone.
Oh yeah, I've got silver to take off a lot. haven't I?
Yeah, just 1 silver. And we all get some delicious fruit.
Lunch, yeah.
So you begin to munch and you head down through the tunnel. And any other bare essentials that you want to grab?
Didn't you say something about goggles?
I had
Oh, yep.
Do you want to
quite
get
a
you a pair of
list of
goggles?
essentials.
They have to be the
Okay.
exact same brand.
Yeah,
For
they
it,
do.
and then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
take it from it.
We're going to go around all the shops looking for the
Where did
exact
we get
brand.
those ones?
Different time.
Right, so
Was as well.
we
It
need
was a basket, wasn't it?
gunpowder plus rounds. Would that be something in here?
Didn't
Okay,
we
so-
tell Matey Boy this and he was going to get a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
Yes, Fizzlewick did say
We
that
did
he
give
was
him
going
a-
to collect as much
As he
bits and pieces as he could. I would say the gunpowder and the ammunition are something you'd have to collect.
Okay.
So there is a stall that does do
Like
gunpowder and rounds. They sell similar rifles to what you've got on the stall.
Okay.
That will set you
right next to the fire.
It would say it's about a gold for 20 balls and enough gunpowder to shoot 20 balls.
Okay. So I'm going to have 2 sets of that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 2.
Should we be able to see your camera? Should there be something on the screen?
No.
Sorry, that's okay.
Don't panic.
I'm
Everything's okay.
sorry, I did just have a small panic and I was like, oh
Don't panic. Special cameras.
Yeah.
my god! Yay! Special.
What is a camera?
What's a camera?
They don't exist here. You can invent that as well and send it
Oh,
to the
ha
guy.
ha.
So you anything else or?
Yeah, well, the list I'll go through and you can tell me
Can I have
what.
some gunpowder so I can make a grenade?
Don't know what that is.
I just invented it.
I've just invented a grenade.
Since we're allowed to just invent modern warfare, I'd like to invent the howitzer, please.
So we need barrels
What
and
if we had
netting
a
for the back of the
caravan with
wagon.
tracks?
Is that something
Made
we're
of
getting
metal.
more fish?
Barrels and netting, yeah.
And then a cannon.
Yeah, to get barrels and netting, you're looking for about another 3 gold.
That's brilliant.
Okay.
How many barrels?
Well, probably 2 barrels.
2 barrels, yeah, so about 3 gold, 2 barrels, and
the net to go on the back for the
that's
hay.
right, so it's going to be about 3 gold altogether to get
Okay, so
I thought he was saying.
could you just do me a running
Your
total
little
of
note,
gold?
Are you
yes.
actually buying barrels of gunpowder to put in the carriage?
No, they're just barrels to go for the feed for the Sandstriders at the back.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm not letting whole barrels of gunpowder.
So
into
we've
our
got
fucking car.
non-perishable food, so stuff
We'll
that's
keep next
smoked.
to cooker.
Okay,
So,
so
like meats and
yeah,
stuff.
so you can
Next
pick up
to
enough 2 gold. We'll give you enough for rations for about 5 days.
Okay. For each of us?
Will be enough to feed each of you for 5 days.
Coal?
Yeah, again, you're looking at
So
about...
coal and tinder, that is.
So you're talking about, content, you're looking at a gold for that, and that will be enough to keep the fires alight for about 2 weeks.
Okay. So the only other thing I said with preserve stuff is like preserves, like do they do like jam, because there's so much fruit, is there like jars and preserves in jars and stuff?
Yes, there are like various jars. And again, you're looking at a collection to feed enough for you. 2 gold will feed enough for you for a couple of weeks.
Tea bags.
Yeah, tea bags is more of a rare commodity, so it will set you down about 3 gold to get around
Fucking hell.
about.
3 gold.
It will give you
PG
100 tea bags.
Okay.
I would hope it's Yorkshire for that money.
Yeah, they're right. So
Good shit right
we
here.
need candles for the wagon.
I've got some candles
Yeah,
on my
we've got
bed.
2 silver for candles.
2 silver.
Candles.
Yeah.
Why can't someone else cast light?
Some nice handles for forks.
We had bedding for everything, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we stole the bedding. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
I'm wearing it.
We took those nice silk
We got
sheets.
some quality bedding.
I have a question for clothing here. Do we need to get stuff for the marsh? Because I know we've got desert kit. Is the marsh...
That's a good point. We might get a bit
Boots.
damp and stinky. A spare set of clothes might be a good idea.
Yeah, so spare set of clothes. Maybe, sounds stupid, like a wax cloak each in case it's like halving it down a rain.
Yeah, okay. So
I can always clean us.
a change of clothes suitable for traipsing through the various sand dunes, and wax. It's like it'd be kind of like a wax a throw over.
Yeah, like a wax cloak.
Yeah. It will come to for each of you. It's going to be about about 4 gold each.
6.
That's all I have.
So that's 6.
How much money we got left?
It's 24 gold. We've got quite a bit left.
Oh, that's all right. Does that come in desert camo?
Is there anyone selling magical items?
There have been a few stalls that seem to be selling various trinkets.
The 2 things I would be looking for is either a bag of holding or a handy haversack.
I'm sorry, what? Oh,
Okay, you can't see anything like that.
No, that's fine.
I'm guessing the magical
Yeah,
wine
it's
shop
probably-
might have a few
Yeah.
magical items that might be of use.
The wingsuits that we saw earlier.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, they have
Widely
them
available.
available.
Everyone's got one of them.
Holiday makers have them.
it's like
Right.
paddleboards, they're
Yeah.
fucking everywhere.
No, what I'm more saying is
Literally 2 copper.
they're not something we've seen, is it?
No.
No. I think that's it.
I think that's it, yeah. We're tallying that up.
Yeah.
What about animals? Is there any menageries around?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no menageries
Do you
up
want to get a
here.
house plan?
There's no menageries up here. There is the only animals that you see seem to be they're
35
used
gold and 2
for
silver.
hauling various wares. Some of the merchants
2
have it.
silver.
You kind of you understand that they're either airlifted in via airship into the actual trade plateau, or you've one thing that you've seen when you come up through the cable cart system is there's these much larger cable carts which you assume are for livestock.
You know, I thought we've got a norm, we've got a squiggles, we've got a fish. Might as well get a dog and a cat while we're at it.
Like so.
You go to the pet shop to buy a dog and it's Bungus sat in the corner.
You've got this grotty looking one at the back. He's got a few fleas on him.
He keeps saying he's a dog, but he's actually an 80-year-old bugbear.
We'll take him.
Woof.
I've just realised what you're talking
That's
about.
a shout out to our spin-off campaign.
It was so long ago.
It was so long ago.
So, is that everything?
Yeah,
I believe
I think so.
Okay.
Barring magical stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, done a rolling table.
Okay,
New hat. Got any other fancy hats?
You can look for a fancy hat if you want. If there's anything particular you want, it's
What sort of hat would...
depends what sort of design you're after.
One with the
Corpse
corpse
hat,
hanging.
have a different hat for each occasions.
There are various hats for sale in some of the
Fedora
stalls that
with
you do
safari
pass. There are more exquisite, very Renaissance looking hats, very musketeer.
They're like my hat.
And there's
Fancy
there's some head turbans. There's others. There's head wraps.
What about just a plain straw hat?
There are some
Well,
plain
you're
straw
downgrading a
hats
bit
as
there.
well. Yeah,
Calm
they'll say
yourself,
about
David.
gold if you want a plain straw
Gold
hat.
for a straw hat.
Yeah.
Can I pick one of those?
Oh yes, it's straw from the gods.
Straw.
It's the time and the work. Someone has to weave it. We
The
don't
cheapest hat possible, that's what I'd like.
which will literally be, you're looking at the straw hat will be the cheapest, about gold. They're very popular here because they're used to keep the sun away.
That's right,
Or
I
for
know
some
that
sort of
down
shade.
as potential business idea.
Make straw hats. Transport straw hats.
I think that's a goal maker right there. I was going to get Squiggles a nice hat, but I'm not going to bother now. Not at those prices.
Yeah, it's not worth that.
I'll make one myself for him.
You can you continue through the tunnel, and finally breaks back out into the square with 3 further streets made up of buildings either side, as you recall, and then you spot the shop of interest. It's an old, narrow, and shabby roofed abode with the gold lettering that you recall before painted onto the exterior that reads Odon Dodon Redordon, one's extraordinaire since 410 AE.
One shot, one shot,
wild.
one shot.
So it's just you that does the magic stuff.
Yeah.
Anybody else need it?
I
Oh,
can
and
do
you.
magic.
Well, technically we all do magic, but I'm so far the only arcane magic man. You get yours from nature. You get yours from being cool. You get yours from,
From being cool.
someone you're very not inclined to tell us about.
Who knows?
You stepping inside?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
can't walk past a shop like that.
No point just
me.
looking at the front, is there?
Okay.
You finally get rid of this staff of
as
reasons.
as you go closer to the shop, you see in the windows a display of this various gorgeous, intricate wands that have all been hand carved and seem to shimmer with various magic. Some of them are levitating and floating. And you push open the door and you swing it open,
And it's closed.
and you hear a ringing bell above. Ding 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 ding. And there's a musty stench that washed into your lungs almost immediately. Dust fills this tightly confined room. Rays of sun beams through the metal grated windows to accent just how dusty this place is. To your surprise, the room seems split into 4 segments, each seemingly at a different angle. The front desk, cluttered with books, parchment, and all manner of magical trinkets, was what you could describe as a normal level. The roof above you can see it's hanging with chandeliers, flickering candles attached to the walls, seemingly filled with various magical flames. They all seem that they were turned on its side, though. So where you expect to see the roof, it looks like it's the side of the room. Another section was upside down to your viewpoint, literally above you. And it's many shelves that are seemingly filled with wands of different statures, and then there's a final floor that disappeared beyond an archway, seemingly on a 90-degree angle with a set of steps that looked as though they ascended to the roof. What was curious of this floor were the many doors that were littered here. seemingly levitating by themselves, each with its own plaque, and it's one specifically made you cautious as it read, "Do not open the bad place."
Doors, did you say?
This place is awesome.
This place is awesome.
We ended up in the multiverse by accident. It's going to be weird.
Cool.
This stuff is crazy.
Can we see
You feel
anyone?
quite disorientated. It's just like everything's not the way it should be. Everything's back to front. The upside appeared to be cluttered with tiny boxes that are all piled up on shelves, and from this angle you could see wands and stationery. All these things just don't seem to be obeying the laws of gravity as you've come to understand them. Each had a price tag tied to the handle, and it was then that you see this very extravagantly dressed gnome in a small little spindle chair, glasses resting on the tip of his nose, but not reading glasses, more like sunglasses.
Cool guy.
Cool guy.
A cool guy.
He flails his arms and are almost disappearing into his lavish pink robes, which obviously seems 3 sizes too big for him. Oh, customers! Oh, how stimulating! Welcome to ye old wand shop. I'm Oron, or was it Doron? I can never remember. Anyway, how can I help you?
I love this place so much.
What a fantastic and strange place you have here, Aurora.
Oh, thank you. I'm my daughter. No, you can call me Oron, sure. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's a pleasure. My other 2 brothers are here somewhere.
Oh.
That sounded like...
Have an orgasm.
He looks over to you as you make that sound with his...
This whole place is finally starting to make a little sense.
You have something to say? Yes?
Oh, I thought you were just crazy.
Oh, no, not here. We're all a little bit crazy, aren't we?
No, I'm completely normal.
It's true.
How droll. Yes, so, what can I do for you? You'll step into my abode?
Well,
Norman?
yeah, well, I got this big old staff. I find that I don't like having a staff because it's too big and clunky. But it is very magical. I was wondering if, because obviously these ones are going to be really expensive for us because we're so poor.
Yeah, I can see. He seems to be looking you up and down, judging slightly. You do have a little cheeky charm to you all, though. I do quite like that.
I was wondering if when I peruse your wands, we could maybe sell you this to bring down the price.
It's possible. Let me have a look at this staff of yours.
Think of it more like a trader, if you want to just give him the wand for free.
He takes the staff. I assume it's the glowing kobold one.
Yeah, it's just a stick.
Just a stick that you found on the way.
There's a pretty levitating wand, and I'm just reaching up to
Yeah, it's these.
poke it.
It's the staff of warding, which had its own special name. Ward, blight, that one.
Yeah. The one that I made specially for you.
Doesn't he? You've turned it.
And he
turned
doesn't want
Sure.
it. Bloody charming.
Made
I want your
specially
Christmas
for me.
present.
I know it's a magic item in the DM's guide.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it's also super racist towards kobolds. If
Yes, I might be able to help you with this. What did you have in mind?
You look at one that's racist towards orcs.
I don't know what goes on. I would like to peruse your wands, and then I'll pick one and pick, and then make the tree.
You want to try them out, basically?
I want to know what they do first, if they do anything at all. I'll settle for one which just makes my magic better. But if there's one which can do cast other spells, then that would be cool.
So let me have a look. This stuff. Yes, it's okay. He runs his hand over it, and you see a kind of glow from his actual palm, as if he's testing the magic.
Yeah, you identify that stuff.
There is some. Yeah, this is special in the way. It's. I always say second hand. I cannot get full price for this, of course, now. But maybe we can... there are a few ones I might be able to retrade it in. There's still going to be some monetary value that you'll have to, pay me.
Okay.
So,
Shop for some ones then.
let me see. Okay. I would say the ones you could possibly have would be this one over here, and he sort of saunters over to one of the shelves. As he kind of steps towards one of the shelves, he immediately appears on his side, so from your perspective, and he just casually walks up the side of the wall to where you saw the various rows of ones on display, and he takes one out and then calls down, this one here is to help with your magic. It will amplify the magic that you can do. You see, it's a very dark wooden twisted wand. I would need maybe 100 gold as well for this one. There is this one here, and he pulls up a one that's it's made of a sort of red oak, but also has a very glowing red tinge. The common one for most wizards, a wand of magic missile. It will, 50 gold. I would have to have. Yes?
Right now, I take out my whole coin pouch with 50 gold in it, just lob it at him.
As you throw it over, he casts his hands aside, and then you see the coin purse. He's just cast some sort of feather fall in it as it begins to slowly.
Magic missile. Say no more.
Go with the magic missiles.
He quickly saunters back down with the wand. Then we have it. Yeah, we have it, dear. There, enjoy your wand.
He's really rubbish
You
at
look
haggling, isn't
so happy.
I'm going to be useful.
The coin pouch. You see the Oren throws it in the air. And in a puff of smoke, it seems to disappear. Anything else I can help you with?
Did you not have a one that does that?
Not in your price range.
And how you flip and do all these flips and stuff.
We have some trade secrets. Here, walk towards the wall. You will go into the level that you need to go on.
Right, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
See
Yeah.
him run straight into a wall.
Yeah.
Towards the wall, like slowly going, stepping and then going.
So as you step towards the wall, it's almost like, from your perspective, the room turns. And then you're still flat on your feet, but now...
Everyone else is the other way around.
But you can see everyone else upside down.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. I like this place. It makes me feel seasick.
I want to go over there now. Something's big upside down.
So you go upside down, and then you now find yourself in the section where all these
To hand it out to someone else later in a different chest.
all these floating doorways. There's just a strange, eerie mist and energy about them.
Excuse me, Oram.
Yeah,
What's the bad door all about?
that's the bad place, hence the label. We don't go to the bad place. We found out that it's a bad place.
What kind of bad place?
Have you got a lock on it? Can something from the bad place come in?
Not unless you open the door.
Okay. We won't open the door.
I wouldn't open the door.
We won't open the door.
What's it like? I'm super intrigued.
Don't open the door.
I'm not gonna open it, but I just want to know what's inside. It might be my home.
It seems to have a rather faded lettering on it. HMRC.
Do not
Do not enter the door.
open that door.
It's a lot of people's self-employed tax returns.
I'd like to speak to Aaron, just be like, do you mind if I just have a quick look around? Because I'm guessing there's like books.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things. Then I guessed, yes, just, don't touch what you can't afford.
I'm just,
So don't touch anything.
I'm just like, soil off my hands. No, I just look at through, because I'm guessing there's books on like magic.
Yeah,
and
there's
there's
books
just
of
like
magic, there's
magical tapestries and all this.
Yeah. And you can see lots. This is a very vast library of books here.
Is there any books that we can see about the Tree of Life?
Give me a investigation.
If you're next to me, I can give you guidance as well. Matt, so.
Oh no, that's okay.
You're on top of the roof.
17.
Top on his head like that.
It's not easy enough just to lean down.
Just like upside down. Just
It's like you were still stood in a room with a ceiling.
17.
17, okay. Scanning through the various books, you do spot a book that does seem to... it's literally called Acacia, Through the Ages. And it seems to be about the World Tree, or the goddess that it is supposedly connected to.
Excuse me, Oron. I
Yeah.
hope this isn't out of my price range, but how much?
That I would be 2 gold.
Ranger. Can I have 2 gold, please?
and minus 2 gold off
Yeah.
the kid.
1. Most of it.
What was the book called, sorry?
It's called Acacia Through the Ages.
While he's doing that, I want to have a look at what the other doors say.
So there's various tags. Some of them say the hot place. Others say the place of shadows. Another one says the realm of the satyrs. There's nothing is exact of what you'd expect. It's not. It doesn't tell you exactly what it is. It's just a descriptive term.
Right. Any of these pop out like that's a bit weird. Or...
They're all really weird.
Yeah.
They're all strange. You've never known a place like this. It's just quite a vague answer, I guess. But yeah, there's nothing that pops out because they all pop out.
Have they got like a magic? Have they got magic guide for beginners? Like magic.
Magic 101 or
magic for starters.
My first magic trick.
My first magic, yeah.
An idiot's guide to the arcade.
Yeah.
You
From
can't.
A to arcane. Yeah.
So you want to learn magic?
Yeah. Audio cassette would be fun.
No, so there doesn't seem to be anything that's the basics of it, but yes, you assume in a place like this is a magical trinkets, not a learning, not a place of learning. You'd probably need to go to an academy or find a scholar of some description for that.
I don't know, I'm a sage.
True.
Oron, out of interest, these doors.
Yeah.
If you don't worry, I'm not going to open any. If you were to go through one of these doors to one of these places that you have so eloquently labelled, would you be able to get back?
That is one of the problems. Unless you are spat out at the doorway, then you go through. You need to find a door to turn, to be somewhere.
Interesting.
What about if they were on like a little rope and we could pull them back?
I mean, it's possible. The rope itself would go through multiversal possibilities of various stabilization periods and portals. Yeah, maybe.
How do you just have casual portals to other planes of existence in your shop?
I was going to say...
Hang on. Portals? Doesn't somebody know
I was going to say, my
portals?
detect portal's going pretty mad, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're fizzling.
I'm just there like...
Hairs on end.
Go over it.
Pretty portly in here.
There's a bottle, and there's a bottle, and there's a bottle,
That's
there's a bottle.
I'm just
definitely
like...
a portal.
These actual other planes, or are these just sort of like demi-planes you made?
Are they children's bedrooms like in Monsters Inc?
No, these are other planes that we have found. Yeah.
Oh, they are real planes.
A very interesting guy one.
Are they like... So is the one-way connected then? So you can go into the plane through the door, but you can't come from the plane
It seems
back.
a bit
You can
chaotic.
come back if you find the door on the other side.
Or if you cast
Or a spell.
spells to keep yourself back. Probably you don't know that stuff.
No.
None of you will ever learn such spells.
I could done one.
Let's go.
I can banish people back to their own world. Easily.
Yes, you can.
Just banish yourself back.
As we have learnt in other campaigns.
Okay. As wildly interesting as this shop is, though, we have got a lot to do.
And we spent quite a bit.
And we've spent all of our money.
Just out of curiosity, you haven't got anything on sale yet.
Anything on the sale rack?
You must know, I'm not a charity shop.
No, but you have sales, surely. You've got to be competitive prices with all the other magic shops around here.
Oh no, we're the best here.
The guy down the road said he does brilliant ones and stuff.
Well, I'm sure. You go buy his ones.
Can I ask you, your material for your wands, do you get them from a magical tree, something along those lines?
Yes.
From for instance, from a sacred forest?
Ah, sure. He thinks I'm going to give away trade secrets.
Wait, let me guess. You've got another door out back that says the magical tree place.
That's right.
He's just got a bow saw by the back door. They're holding onto each other's hand.
And you literally go through that door and it's just the back door outside into the backyard.
He's just growing trees.
Magic.
He's just growing trees.
Don't let the authorities
Don't
know.
we want a bag of...
Well, yes. Havisham's handy haversack or a bag of holding would be delightful, but...
Let me see. A bag of holding, I can help you. We'll set you back 250 gold.
Do we have enough for that?
No.
Maybe.
I will write that down, eh?
I might have something we can trade. I don't think it's worth anything much, but there's this crystal thing that I kind of found when we crashed out of an airship, and well, it sort of showed me the future, but not the future, and then it went dull.
Yeah, it's a rude day.
I've also got a bunch of potions which I have completely forgotten.
He doesn't take the crystal, just raises his hand over it. No, I'm dead.
Potions?
Yeah, but out of curiosity, what was it?
Without the magic imbued, I can't tell you.
So it's just a worthless paperweight.
Now?
How much you give me for a worthless paper?
We'll give you nothing, because I don't want it.
It's a beautiful paperweight and have to sell it.
You can try the market somewhere, maybe you'll get it there.
It's worth trying.
Also random potions that we got from a Batman. Got one that can freeze, one that can burn, some acid. We don't need that one because I melt all the acid we need. What's that one?
For trade, your best bet is to come back with my brothers here. I don't really...
How about basic?
I don't really want to trade.
What's your brother's
Pretty
name?
rare.
But you said your
I
brothers
don't
are
know.
around.
It's not
Yeah, but around in this shop
not
could
a
be
son.
like the 10 miles away.
Maybe they're through one of the doors.
Then they're way further away.
So,
Should we head to Fizz's?
yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Roran. You're a very interesting fella.
I know.
Big fan. Big fan.
We're coming back.
We'll see you
everyone.
again, hopefully, after we earn lots of money.
Sure, come again when you have money, otherwise stay out.
Just
My
out of
God.
curiosity, who's your tailor?
Trade secrets.
I have to say, it's a very nice...
Oversized.
Yes, no. Go.
Bye.
I love this
Kicked
guy.
his
Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you for
Love
my
him.
new best friend.
Big fan.
We're down. I've put 50 aside for your shield repair.
I have a bit of my own as well. That's fine.
Yeah, I put 50 aside out of the kitty. We're down to 120 now.
Yeah, probably best not to spend too much more.
Yeah, let's
So
go
we've got the
straight to
income coming
Fizz's.
in.
We've got all the items. Your one's gone off of that.
I know you're probably mad that I was withholding a lot of money, but this is definitely gonna be worth it.
Well, you should have had 50 out of the kitty because we all separated the money.
Now I've got no money on me.
Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, so the kitty was split up between all of us in case we got pocketed again.
Yeah.
I think
So-
we best keep a bit of money, or just in case
Well-
for emergencies and more.
Well, your 50 that I've put aside, if you would keep that on you.
And then
I've
wait
taken-
till old Facebook starts putting
Yeah.
our wages in.
So, between you and I, we've got 60 each.
Ooh.
And that's the entire remainder of the kitty.
Cool. For now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 60 gold on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't be trusted with the money.
See, that's
spend
our
on
running
He
total.
buys
as you
fancy
get.
hats, I buy
Oh, we're doing
arcane
good.
power.
Yeah.
Doing alright.
Right. So I've got 60 gold on me, you've got 60 gold on you, he's got the 50.
He's got the 50.
Thank you, it is very nice.
Cool.
But I've already budgeted that out anyway.
Cool.
I didn't steal it.
It was very comforting to see that hat after I almost died when we first met.
Can we go to Fizz's and not look at any other shops on the way because we're poor now?
Speed running out.
So where are you going now? Straight.
Straight to Fizz.
Do I need
to
some
Fizz,
goggles
okay.
still? Do
Yeah.
I need some goggles?
we-
Goggles.
I'm sure he's got some in his shop.
Yeah, he's probably got some.
So
Ask him.
you, when you were looking for your original thing, I say you can find some goggles that will.
They have to be matching.
Two gold for
Cool.
some.
Are they
goggles
matching?
to
Got
help
to be
with
matching.
So you find a perfect little pair of goggles that just fit your eyes perfectly.
Perfect.
Say the words, Chris. I will not be happy until you say they're matching
Say they're matching.
with the rest of ours.
They've got to be exactly the same brand as all of our goggles.
These ones are pink.
Fucker.
But the same brand, yeah? That's all we need to know.
They're all
Awesome.
they're
There we
all
go.
Oakleys.
Got a little logo of like sandstrop.
Okay, everything's good now.
Awesome, everything's cool.
fine.
So, with all the items that we picked up, we're carrying them, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Fizz on this plateau?
Yeah, he's on
Yeah,
the
he is,
plateau.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because we'll take them to his, and then we might be able to transport him from there if he's got anything else for us.
Yeah, he did say he was going to try and
Yeah.
get some riffles and provisions. up
So
there.
if you've got anything else for us, we can transport all at the same time. Okay.
Okay, so you make your way out of the magic shop and head through the busy streets, making your way back along the long stretch of the Blade Chateau, back into that lane market square, and you take a sharp left, heading back the way you previously traversed via the back alleys until you came to that same pillared archway. Stepping through the door, you spot.
Just before we step in, there's not a scar lady outside smoking a cigarette, is there?
Can you sniff
Give me a
anything?
perception.
Follow your nose.
Yeah, I'll do a
Keep an eye out for her
perception.
just in case.
Let's look for that. Let's make it. Oh, well, I ain't seen anything. Don't worry about me.
18.
You scan around, but you can't seem to spot anyone.
Good. Well, just keep an eye out, just in
Funny,
case.
naturally.
You step through the door, and soon enough you spot your little gnome ally. Finishing what looks like the remnants of his hearty breakfast still. Takes a sip of a small metal cup of warm milk. His smile beams wide then, and his long white beard arches up in delight.
Oh my, you actually came back. Did you all sleep well, I hope? Hot tea, I've just put the stove on.
Might as well.
Make the most of these amenities whilst we can. Oh, and I'll get Squiggles out. Squiggles is safe here. Hey, little buddy.
Squiggles safe zone.
Yeah, this is a Squiggles safe zone, yeah.
You see Van Dubious as he wheels himself from the table he was sat at into the back room as a kettle begins to whistle a few moments later. After a few moments he wheels back in again, tray in hand, resting on the arms of his chair. He places the enough tin cups on the nearby table and pours a fresh cup of warm tea, filling the room with a mix of jasmine and cinnamon as the leaves begin to permeate.
Lovely.
Tea is perfectly brewed can help the mind think, you know. And I have not forgotten about our little friend.
And with that, the gnome reaches into his robe and removes a strange glowing purple seed pod. It resembles an unfurled hibiscus, but smells of vanilla. Squiggles reaches for it with open hands, and as Squiggles reaches for it, he takes the flowery pod in his hands and begins to bite into it, revealing a very blue, melon-looking interior.
There, you can resist the marsh gloom. And its sweet, sugary vanilla taste.
Sorry, what was it called?
A marsh gloom.
Forgot my curse. We gotta find some of those in the mad marshes.
You may, it's possible, yeah, you can get them in various places, and yes, as they're called marshgroom, it would make sense you would find them in the mad marshes. Yes.
We're gonna need to get Squiggles a lead.
Are these something that our friend Squiggles here is known to enjoy?
Yes, sure, I love marshgroom. Oh. Yes, they are often grown on the world tree.
Ah. I should read my book.
Have we come across any books on like herbology or like fauna or anything?
I haven't come across any books on
Not
that.
yet, no.
At this moment, shifting over to a nearby cupboard, he ruffles around and carries back a very large map, laying it out on the tables and unfurls it. You can see it looks a little bit similar to your own, and there's a few etched marks and T-rings and rips, but it's otherwise complete.
Improper map care.
I was doing some more research last night, and after you left, and I wasn't sure if you'd be back, but I did ascertain from the text I had gathered that the tomb we're looking for is it's called the Charnel of Somnolence. Well, at least by its decided name.
How do you spell that?
The Charnel of Somnolence. It's spelled SOMNOLENCE.
I prefer Skull Place.
The charnel was a resting place for a king of an ancient people, from what I read. Lost in the very sands we now stand. But all texts seem to suggest it may lay somewhere between here and Catharca. Most likely the mad marshes which I had originally thought.
Do you know much about this king? Or is it just someone that was a king?
The texts are very vague on the king and what exactly he did to receive such a great honour and title, but no, I do not know much, and many temples and resting places and tombs of ancient times are always vague in what was released. It was long ago before we kept such records.
Looking around, does there seem to be like a collection of stuff that he's got provision wise? Is there like because he had like a almost like a foyer area, didn't he, that's behind that big gate? So is there like stuff stacked up looking like it's ready to go?
Yeah, so you see near the desk where he was sat, there is a barrel, and it seems to be full of various goods.
Just bits
you
and
can
pieces.
see like food, there's tinder, there's rope, there's all sorts of various things.
Just in a big barrel.
Yeah. He sort of catches you looking that way and goes,
what I can find and get to you, I gather that it's all in the barrel.
Splendid. We picked up some bits ourselves. You see,
Splendulously. There should be enough to feed you all for a few weeks.
Oh.
Because we've got a small collection to do in the morning, and then after that we're ready to travel.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, have you heard about the troll blacksmith gal?
Oh, Gal, yes, many people here have heard of Gal. Yes.
Well, we had a proposal to make to him about an endeavour, shall we say, of a weapon of my friend his own design.
Maybe he would be the man to do it, yes.
Well, he seemed pretty interested in doing it. What we were looking for was potentially a contract to deal with it, and we thought you might be the man to deal with such a thing. I mean, like I said, we wanted to make the item for Theatorum here, but then we'd give him the schematics so he could then produce more for and sell.
I could write something up. It would take me a little time.
That's fine. I mean, you can do that while we're away.
Yes.
Just so we got that, and obviously he said about he would like some certain crystals and shards from a mine.
Yes, the crystal mines, yes.
That's the one.
Yes, Yes, while you're away, yes, absolutely. I will write the contract up and
Excellent.
I'll have it ready for you to review and give to your blacksmith. Which does remind me, on your journey, I do believe I may have a way to pinpoint exactly where it is. But it does mean some unsavory dealings. Mainly asking a favour of one Silabella de Chenery, the Madam of the Webs. She would be able to find out the location with her webway divining. Pay her a visit and let her know that Fizzlewick sent you. She owes me a favour or two after all, and don't be alarmed by her choice of companions. She is far friendlier than she appears, I promise.
When you say shady dealings, what are we talking about here?
She, well, more that she is someone you visit in back alleyways and...
Is she a crime guy?
No, she's not a crime guy. She's someone that keeps herself away from most folk. In fact, most people here do not know she's here.
Sounds nice.
Right.
But you can find out and pinpoint the location, and yes, you have no need to come back here after. If you have the location, you can go on your trek, and we can get this operation properly on the go.
And just out of question, where would we find her?
Yes. Let me see. Silabella can be found just south of the Trey Quarter, where you are now. Just down an alleyway, and look for the spider weather vane on the cornermost roof.
Spider weather vane? Oh.
Follow the alleyway down, and you'll know when you're there.
She a giant spider?
No, she's not a giant spider. It's best that you see with your own eyes. Then.
Are her friends spiders?
I'm getting a whole spidery kind of theme here.
Yeah, I'm feeling these spidery vibes.
You will see. You will see.
Senses are tingling.
It's fine. I like spiders. They kill flies, and I don't flies. But it's nice to know what we're dealing with, you know.
I want to know what one is.
You're just going for information.
Fine. That's fine.
She keeps the company of eight-legged things, yes.
Right. Well, we don't harm them. They don't harm us.
Mm-hmm.
No harm at all then.
Yep, spiders have been the least of our worries so far.
Exactly.
Yes.
Nobody's afraid of spiders here, are they?
No, as it were, they are rather low on our agenda of things to be scared of.
Then we're all good.
As long as they can't put a hole through his torso.
Yes, as long as they can't do that.
So, is there anything in particular that you would like us to find in this tomb? Or is it just a case of find the tomb, get in, bring back whatever we can?
If it's a king, then there should be some type of, maybe a crown, maybe jewels, something of monetary value.
Okay. So, just the most valuable things we can find.
Wars, that kind of stuff as well.
If you see hieroglyphics or anything on the walls, then by all means, yes, I would be most interested. And, after all, knowledge is the best currency.
You got lots of paper and pencils to do drawings of it, all right?
Yes.
I'm going to do some rubbings and whatever, that's fine.
Rubbings would be most fantastic, yes.
I'm sure Vietvorm can do that.
Yes, I have plenty of charcoal. Parge.
So, thank you very much for gathering the supplies. That saves us time.
And thank you for giving an old man hope in my little quest.
Oh, one last thing.
Yes?
When we left last night, we bumped into an old friend of yours.
Oh, who?
A lady with a scar.
Smokes
cigarettes. Cigarettes. Says she used to work for you.
Yes, Cheshire, yes.
Yeah, I have a feeling that she might be onto the same quest that we are, in one way or another. Is there anything you can tell us about her? Is she trustworthy?
Cheshire used to work for me. And
she did say that.
She stayed with me to the very end, until there was no coffers left. Until she was forced to leave by service. She means well.
Okay.
She honourable person?
As honourable as mercenaries come, yes.
Would you be upset if I crushed her with a hammer? No, not really.
Slowly.
Slowly. Okay.
Just making you aware that she's taking
Yes.
an interest in us, that's all.
Yeah, she's still in the picture, as it were.
I'm assuming she works for old...
Harry Muster, yes. Yeah, it's... Her heart's still in the right place, I believe.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't suppose you know anything else about it, like...
Weaknesses, maybe?
Obviously weaknesses, but...
Does she have any friends, family that we can hold at gunpoint?
I don't know, in case something went south, something to, I don't know, convince her to come onto our side instead of her friends.
I think money is her main motivation, really, isn't it?
Oh, if only we had some of that.
Spent it all.
She is not as money conscious as you think. She, as I say, she stayed with me to the very last when everyone else turned their
I was just
backs.
thinking maybe we can get her back on the side again working for you if things pick up and we start making a bit of cash.
Yes, it's possible. It would be wonderful to be reunited. We were like family at one point.
So potentially a future job for her if she, I don't know, helped us. in a way.
Yeah, because we're not going to be around Jadisa forever.
But that's for the future.
Something worth considering.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Okay, so if we
Just
go...
say to her, could we, like, I don't know, if you want to leave us a note for her or something saying that she'd always be welcome back or something like that.
She knows she is. She did what was right for her. She needed money to live. I could not provide that. All I could offer was my roof.
Oh, fair enough. Well, we'll pass on the message that hopefully you're back
There
in the
might be
game
more
again,
business in
things are
the
going to
future.
pick up and maybe there's an opportunity for that.
Yep.
I hate to see a friendship go to south because of that.
Yes, it would be most enjoyable to have her back in the fold.
Okay, so shall we go across town to the South Quarter? Go see this
Oh, that makes sense.
seemingly lovely spider lady.
And then clear up any other business that we need to do and
Hit the road.
get ready for the trip, I suppose. I don't suppose you could transport our stuff to our caravan. Or know someone that could. Don't want to be lumping all this around town if we can help it.
Well, as I don't have anyone else working for me these days, I'm a little bit...
Put it all in the barrel, I'll carry it.
You are very strong.
Well, I've got quite- there
Well,
is two
saying
barrels,
this-
isn't
I was
there?
going to say there's more
You
than two
wouldn't
barrels.
happen to have a bag of holding.
No, it's two
before.
barrels, isn't it? We can put everything in the barrels.
I have nothing like that. I'm afraid these
Well,
are some of the
okay.
items that I got
Barrels
rid
between
of
three of
previously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
shame.
Well, let's give one barrel to Fenrir, and the four of us can probably carry the other one.
No, we got 3 barrels now because he's got one as well.
Oh, God!
So I reckon we're going to have to. Fenrir can carry one, and then.
Is it possible to bring the caravan into the trade district?
No, you can't.
No,
bring
because you
them
can't
on.
get it on
You
the...
can't get them on the.
Well, yeah,
So
we have
the-
seen things moving around.
The only possibility to get it on would be to get it airlifted.
Right.
No.
There's anything so we can swing by.
We're not
pick
putting
up
it in
the
the
stuff
sky.
and then go again.
No, so animals you've seen using the larger
I mean,
cable car.
if you guys want to go see Spider Lady, Fenrir doesn't mind taking the time ferrying the
bus
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
like
well,
just
the thing
back
is,
and
yeah,
forth.
I'm happy to give Fenrir a hand. We'll just slurp it back. I can roll it on its head. Dexterity.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you all from taking the things back first and then heading off.
We'll do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
We've got
Yep,
plenty of time, haven't we? It's not
Yep.
like she's not going anywhere.
it's true.
We get back, she's dead.
Yeah.
It's gouged out.
Oh no.
Her eyes are
In a
burnt
freezer.
through. So that's going to be our plan. We'll take everything back to the wagon,
Okay.
put it away,
Lock the wagon.
yeah, and then come
Go visit Spider
and then
Lady.
see this spider lady.
go to this alleyway.
Okay.
In the sun.
Time skip.
So
that was hard work.
Montage.
You step out of the museum and Fizzlewick waves you off.
Good luck, and I hope you find many treasures.
So do I.
Big fans.
Oh, and
Treasure is so
one
great.
more thing. When you're in the mud marshes,
Don't go mad. Is that what you're going to say?
yes.
Go more mad?
Yeah, you'll be alright.
Yeah, we'll try not to do that. I mean, it might be too late for Norm, but
I've been told I'm insane.
There are things there that will drive you mad.
I kind of
Roaming
figured it
beasts.
wasn't just a fun name.
Yeah.
So like, come to the Mad Emporium where crazy things are happening, crazy sales and stuff like that.
Yeah, so be careful.
We'll try.
Okay.
That's fine.
Caution is our middle name, kind of.
We'll look after each other.
Travel safe.
Thanks, Viz.
He wheels himself back in. She
I
the doors to the
prefer-
museum close.
What a nice man.
And one by one, you begin to.
Can I assume that in that Squiggles back in my pocket
No, you just left him behind.
after he's finished his delicious flute, of course.
There's like a blue smear of liquid now on your interior, like just slowly soaking through. But
That's okay. I think my material's kind of blue anyway. That's fine. Yeah, it's the best coloured fruit I could
It's a
have
shame we
seen through
can't train
it.
him to teleport barrels.
and one by one, you head back to the wagon, drop off the goods, back onto the cable car,
Sweet. Go go go.
and begin to follow the directions to this strange Madam of Webs. And that's where we'll hold it.
We get to see a spider lady next week.
Spider lady next
I
week.
reckon
She sounds
she's
nice.
a driver.
Hope she doesn't try to kill me. Oh.
There we go. Not fun.
Dude, Auron, what a legend. Favourite character yet. Like, what a dude.
What a prick. Wouldn't even buy my
I
crystal.
love him.
Absolute chat.
He's amazing.
Best magic shop ever. 10 out of 10. Would
Yeah,
go
10 out of
mad
10.
again.
I'm leaving him all the TripAdvisor
Yeah, he
reviews.
would like a TripAdvisor.
We have magic
Be like,
missile.
he
I'll
called me
take it.
poor and asked me to leave. 10 out of 10 would go back again.
I couldn't buy that thing faster. I am now an absolute unit.
Yeah.
You know what I can do with that wand? I can quicken those magic missiles.
Excellent.
So basically, you just created the machine gun.
Yes.
Of acid or something.
Quicken spell, magic missile, fire off a cantrip in the same turn, rinse and repeat until everything's dead.
Nice.
So you'll be a tournament going, look, I have a musket.
Whatever. Got a semi-automatic wand.
The next step is to try and figure out how to make them now that I've got one. Then
You'll be unstoppable.
I just need to spaff, I don't know, what was it, like 500 gold to make them en masse.
And then you'll be unstoppable.
Then we'll be unstoppable.
And if we make hats on the side, we can make a fortune. Because these things are going for it all the time.
Oh my god.
And only straw hats. How much does straw cost? Not very much.
Yeah, for 1 gold you can get enough coal to keep a fire going for 2 weeks, or a singular straw hat. So these were mental.
Because
Like
water,
10
so
gold.
because water's so tight, isn't it?
I guess it's difficult to
Grow
grow
straw.
the straw.
I blame inflation myself.
Yeah, but go to a marshland. Surely if you find the
There.
perfect
We'll
ratio.
make you a nice straw hat when we get to the marsh.
Well, with that in mind, let's bid farewell. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Be safe. Look after yourself.
And don't take a trip to the sun.
No.
Bye.
Bye.